I have a quick elderberry syrup recipe for colds, allergies, and building immunity. It is that time of the year again where it's cold and people are getting sick. I have just the thing to help. If you're new here, my name is Brittany Nichelle. I'm a maternal health coach and herbalist, and I have something just for you. Let's make elderberry syrup. I've already put my elderberries in the pot, and then I've also added ingredients like cloves, which is really great for antiviral and antibacterial properties, as well as cinnamon with similar benefits, antiviral and antibacterial. And we can't forget our girl ginger, who is really great for just digestive health and also inflammation. All of these ingredients are God's medicine and can help your body heal naturally. And lastly, we did add some mullein towards the end. Mullein is an herb that is really good for respiratory health and clearing mucus out of the respiratory tract, like in your lungs. On the river, on its banks, and on this side and that side will grow every kind of tree for food. Its leaf will not wither and its fruit will not fail. It will bear new fruit every month because its waters flow out of the sanctuary. Its fruit will be for food and its leaf will be for healing. I absolutely love the word of God because God has given us everything that we need. All the good things that we need to help with our bodies, the health and healing. Because if you don't know, he does desire above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. So let's get into this elderberry syrup recipe. First, you're gonna need water. And I choose to use distilled water. That's just me. And you're gonna need about 4 cups of distilled water. You can also use spring water as well, but it's your personal preference. I just choose to use the distilled because it doesn't have anything in it. And next we're going to add our dried elderberries. You can either use fresh ones, but I typically love using dried elderberries. And you're going to need a cup of dried elderberries or 2 cups of fresh elderberry. And next we're going to add our cinnamon. You can choose to use 1 to 2 sticks. I got my organic cinnamon from Costco. It wasn't Ceylon cinnamon, which that's my absolute favorite type of cinnamon to use because of its medicinal properties, but the Saigon will work just fine in this recipe. Next, I added in a thumb of ginger. I actually washed it and kind of peeled it off a little bit, peeled the skin off. And a thumb of ginger would be about the length of your thumb, the length and width kind of your thumb. And next we added our cloves, which you can add in either the ground clove and you use a 1/2 teaspoon of that, or you can do fresh clove, dried clove, which I used about 6 to 8 cloves. And after you've added all of those ingredients, you let it come to a boil. And then after it comes to a boil, you bring it to a simmer. And you come and you stir occasionally. Now, you're going to let this simmer for an additional hour. So it probably came into a boil about 10 to 15 minutes just on the stovetop. And then after those 15 minutes, I turned the stove down, let it simmer, and just stirred it occasionally. In the last 15 minutes of your simmer, you're going to add and prepare your mullein leaf. And you're going to use about a tablespoon of mullein leaf. And you do this at the end because mullein is a leaf. It's not like a root or anything where it needs to cook down. So you would add that last so that way you save the medicinal properties of the mullein. We're almost done and we're at the very end. We're going to let our syrup kind of get to room temperature or lukewarm. And you add in a cup of raw honey. Adding in that honey is going to give that sweetness, but also going to be beneficial for coughs, colds, and allergies. This elderberry syrup is going to overall benefit your immunity, also helping with colds, coughs, allergies, and this can be taken daily. You can store in your fridge for up to 3 months. We're done.